the less you do these 10 everyday habits, the longer you live, according to doctors. Did you know that some of the things you do every day might quietly be chipping away at your health? It's a thought that can catch you off guard, isn't it? Those small, familiar routines, things you barely notice, might be weaving a pattern that shapes how you feel, not just today, but for years to come. As we move into our 60s, 70s, and beyond, the conversation around health shifts. It's not just about adding more pills, more supplements, more workouts. In fact, some of the most powerful changes you can make for your longevity come from doing less. Less of what stresses your body, less of what drains your energy, and less of what steals your peace. There's something freeing in that, don't you think? The idea that letting go of certain habits, ones you might not even realize are holding you back, can open the door to a life that feels lighter, stronger, and longer. In this video, we're going to explore 10 ordinary habits that, if you gradually release them, could help you live longer, breathe easier, and cherish the years ahead. These aren't fads or quick fixes. They're rooted in common sense, human experience, and the quiet wisdom of doctors and longevity researchers who've spent years studying what keeps us vibrant. From daily routines that wear you down to mental habits that silently weigh on your heart, you'll likely recognize a few of these. And the best part? They're all within your power to change, one gentle step at a time. So stay with me until the very end, because number 10 might just offer you the permission you didn't know you needed. Before we dive in, please take a moment to tap that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell notification. If something sparks a thought as we go, drop a comment. It's like sharing a cup of tea with this community, helping us all feel a little more connected. Let's begin. Number 1. Constant worry over small things. Worry can sneak into your day without notice. A passing thought, a lingering what if, a memory you replay before bed. It's like a shadow that follows you, isn't it? You're washing dishes, and suddenly you're caught in a loop. Did I say the wrong thing at lunch? Will that bill come due before I'm ready? For many of us, especially as we age, these small worries pile up, each one feeling heavier than it should. Maybe it's because life has taught us to anticipate trouble, or because we've seen enough to know things don't always go as planned. But here's the truth. Constant worrying about little things, while it feels like preparation, is quietly taxing your body. It tightens your shoulders, quickens your pulse, and steals the deep, restful sleep your heart needs. Over time, this habit does more than fray your nerves. Medical research shows that chronic stress, even from small worries, accelerates aging by shortening telomeres, those tiny caps on your DNA that protect your cells. It's like burning a candle at both ends, wearing down your body's resilience. You might notice it in the way your chest feels tight or how mornings start with a fog of unease. For older adults, worry often lingers because we've carried it so long it feels like part of us. But it's not. It's a habit, and habits can shift. The beauty is, letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means choosing peace over panic. Try this. When a worry creeps in, pause and ask yourself, is this mine to carry today? Will it matter in a week? Often the answer is no. You might write it down, let it rest on paper instead of in your mind. Or take a slow walk, letting the rhythm of your steps untangle your thoughts. These small acts aren't about ignoring reality. They're about giving your body a break, letting your heart beat a little easier. Emotionally, this shift feels like opening a window. Suddenly there's space for joy, for laughter, for the things that make your days rich. Imagine waking up with a lighter mind, knowing you've given yourself permission to let go. That's the path to a longer, more vibrant life. As we move to the next habit, let's carry this thought. What you release can be as powerful as what you hold. Number 2. Sitting for long periods without moving. You might not think twice about a long stretch in your favorite chair, curled up with a book or watching the evening news. It's comforting, isn't it? That cozy spot where the world slows down. But sitting for hours without moving can be one of the quietest risks to your health as you age. It's not that sitting is bad, it's the stillness, the way it slows your circulation, stiffens your joints, and stirs up inflammation. Doctors now call prolonged sitting the new smoking, because of its slow, cumulative harm. For older adults, this habit often creeps in as energy dips or mobility becomes harder. Maybe the garden feels too far, or the idea of standing to answer the phone seems like too much effort. The effects are subtle at first. You might feel stiffer getting up, or notice your legs ache after a long afternoon seated. Over time, though, it weakens muscles, strains your heart, and even clouds your mood. Research links prolonged sitting to higher risks of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. And here's the catch. A morning walk or a weekly exercise class, while wonderful, doesn't undo hours of stillness. It's the small, regular movements that matter most. Try this. Every 30 minutes, give your body a little gift. Stand up, roll your shoulders, take a few steps to the window. Maybe sway gently to a favorite song or water a plant. These aren't workouts. They're moments of care, like stirring a pot to keep it from sticking. For those with limited mobility, even shifting positions or stretching your arms can make a difference. Emotionally, these breaks lift your spirit, reminding you that your body is still here, still capable. They might lead to a chat with a neighbor or a moment shared with a loved one, weaving connection into your day. Picture yourself rising from that chair with ease, feeling the warmth of movement in your limbs. That's the strength that builds a longer life, one small step at a time. Number 3. Eating late at night. A bedtime snack might seem harmless, a bowl of ice cream, a handful of crackers, something to wind down the day. It's a ritual for many, isn't it? A quiet comfort after a long evening. But eating too close to sleep disrupts more than you might realize. As night falls, your metabolism slows, and your organs shift into repair mode, like a house settling into quiet. When you eat late, especially heavy or sugary foods, you're asking your body to work when it's ready to rest. For older adults, this habit often sticks because evenings feel long, or because snacking fills a moment of loneliness or boredom. This disruption doesn't just affect digestion, it keeps you from the deep, restorative sleep your body craves. You might wake up with heartburn or feel sluggish in the morning, as if the night didn't fully recharge you. Over time, late-night eating raises risks for weight gain, blood sugar imbalances, and even heart strain, especially as your system becomes less resilient with age. Long-living communities, like those in Mediterranean villages, often eat their last meal early, letting their bodies rest fully through the night. The shift is simple but powerful. Aim to finish dinner at least 3 hours before bed. If you need a small evening treat, try a cup of herbal tea or a piece of fruit, something light that won't tax your system. Create a new ritual, maybe a short walk after dinner or a moment to read by lamplight. These changes don't just help your body, they bring a sense of calm, a way to honor the evening as a time for rest, not work. You'll feel lighter, more in tune with your body's rhythm. Imagine waking up clear-headed, your energy steady, ready to greet the day. That's the gift of giving your body space to heal, night after night. Number 4, bottling up emotions. If you grew up being told to keep your feelings to yourself, you're not alone. Many older adults have spent years politely swallowing their emotions, grief over a loss, anger at an injustice, fear about what's next. It's like carrying a suitcase you never unpack, isn't it? You learn to smile through it, to say I'm fine when your heart says otherwise. But science and the quiet ache of experience tell us this takes a toll. For many, this habit formed in a time when strength meant silence, when sharing feelings felt like weakness. Bottling up emotions doesn't just weigh on your mind, it lives in your body. Chronic suppression raises blood pressure, strains your heart, and keeps your nervous system in a state of quiet alarm. It can show up as sleepless nights, tension headaches, or a heaviness in your chest that lingers. Research links this habit to higher risks of depression, immune issues, and even faster cognitive decline. For older adults, the effects are deeper because the body has less reserve to carry that load. Releasing emotions doesn't mean airing every thought. It's about finding safe outlets. Try talking to a trusted friend over coffee, letting your words flow without judgment. Write in a journal, letting the page hold what's heavy. Or step outside, let the breeze carry a quiet prayer or a good cry. These acts aren't weakness, they're wisdom. A way to lighten the load so your body can thrive. This shift feels like breathing again, like reclaiming space for joy. It deepens bonds, letting others see the real you. Picture a moment where you let go and feel the lightness that follows. That's the path to a heart that beats stronger, longer. Number 5. Too much processed sugar. Sugar can be sneaky. A spoonful in your coffee, a cookie with lunch, a soda on a warm afternoon. On its own, it's a small pleasure, isn't it? A sweet moment in a busy day. But over time, excess sugar quietly stirs up trouble, especially as we age. For many older adults, this habit lingers from years of convenience. Grabbing packaged snacks, sipping sweetened drinks, or reaching for dessert to lift a low moment. But our bodies change, and what we handled at 40 can throw us off at 70, as metabolism slows and resilience wanes. Too much sugar fuels inflammation, taxes the liver, and speeds cognitive decline. Studies link high sugar intake to increased risks of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even dementia in older adults. You might notice it in the way your energy crashes after a sweet treat, or how your mind feels foggy by midday. It's not about banning sugar. Life needs sweetness. It's about noticing where it hides, in cereals, sauces, even healthy smoothies. Try swapping one sugary habit for a natural alternative, a piece of fruit, a drizzle of honey in tea. Savor it slowly, letting the flavor fill the moment. This shift isn't just physical. It steadies your mood, freeing you from the highs and lows of sugar spikes. It might mean sharing a bowl of berries with a friend instead of cookies, turning a treat into a connection. Imagine a day where your energy flows evenly, your thoughts clear, your body grateful. That's the promise of choosing a little less sweetness and a lot more life. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss another thoughtful video like this one. Let's keep this journey going together. Number 6. Ignoring sleep signals. Many of us push through drowsiness, staying up for one more episode or scrolling through our phone in bed. Those moments feel small, don't they? Just a little extra time to unwind. But those natural signals, heavy eyelids, a soft yawn, are your body's way of saying it's ready to rest. For older adults, this habit often grows from long evenings spent alone, or from a lifetime of pushing through fatigue to get things done. But sleep isn't just rest. It's when your brain clears toxins, your hormones balance, and your immune system rebuilds. Ignoring these signals steals deep, restorative sleep, leaving you groggy or forgetful. Over time, poor sleep weakens memory, slows reflexes, and strains your heart. Research shows it raises risks for depression, falls, and even early mortality. The healthiest elders listen to their body's rhythm. Try dimming the lights an hour before bed, setting aside screens, and creating a calm ritual. Maybe a warm drink, a few pages of a book. If you're restless, a gentle stretch or deep breaths can ease you into sleep. Good sleep feels like a reset, softening the edges of a hard day. It gives you the clarity to enjoy conversations, to laugh without effort. Imagine slipping into bed when your body calls, waking refreshed, ready to meet the morning. That's the quiet power of honoring sleep, a habit that builds a longer, brighter life. Number 7, isolating yourself. As life slows down, it's easy to withdraw. Maybe friends have moved away, or family is caught up in their own lives. Maybe you tell yourself you prefer the quiet, that solitude is simpler. It's a natural pull, isn't it? Especially after 70. When energy feels precious and the world seems to move faster than you do. But humans are wired for connection, and prolonged isolation, even if it feels comfortable, can quietly dim your health. For many older adults, this habit grows from loss, losing a spouse, a neighbor, or the ease of getting out. Isolation does more than quiet your days. Studies link it to higher rates of depression, memory loss, and even earlier mortality. It weakens your immune system, leaving you more vulnerable to illness. The longest living people, from small villages to bustling cities, share a secret. They stay connected, not with crowds, but with steady, meaningful ties. Try a phone call to an old friend, a wave to a neighbor, or a chat at the market. Join a local group, a book club, a walking circle, where small moments build bonds. These connections lift your spirit, reminding you that you're seen, valued. They weave a safety net, a community that holds you up. Picture a morning where you share a laugh with someone, feeling the warmth of belonging. That's the strength that carries you toward a longer, fuller life. Number 8, rushing through meals. The way we eat matters as much as what we eat. Rushing through a meal, eating while watching TV, standing at the counter, or hurrying to the next task not only harms digestion, but keeps you from noticing when you're full. For many older adults, this habit comes from busy years of juggling work, family, or responsibilities, when meals were squeezed between obligations. Even in retirement, the pace can linger, or meals become a quick necessity rather than a moment to savor. Eating too fast stresses your stomach, leading to bloating, acid reflux, or poor nutrient absorption. It also makes overeating easier, straining your metabolism and heart. Research shows that eating slowly improves digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and even supports weight balance. Try setting the table, even for a simple meal, and sitting down with intention. Chew slowly, tasting each bite. Turn off distractions, letting the meal be a pause in your day. Emotionally, this shift feels like a gift, a moment to breathe, to be present. It can turn meals into shared rituals, whether with a partner or a friend, deepening bonds over a plate. Imagine savoring a warm soup, feeling nourished in body and soul. That's the quiet joy of eating with care, a habit that feeds a longer life. Number 9, remaining in stressful environments. Whether it's a strained relationship, a cluttered home, or a commitment that drains you, stressful environments seep into your body. It's like living with a low hum of tension, isn't it? You might not notice it at first, but it's there, tightening your chest, clouding your thoughts. For older adults, this habit often persists from a sense of duty, to keep the peace, to honor old ties, or to avoid change. But over time, chronic stress raises blood pressure, weakens your heart, and disrupts sleep, stealing years from your health. The healthiest elders reach a point where they choose peace over obligation. It might mean speaking up about a relationship that hurts, setting boundaries with a demanding friend, or simplifying a space that feels chaotic. These aren't acts of selfishness, they're acts of wisdom, rooted in knowing that your health deserves protection. Try small steps. Declutter one corner of your home, say no to one draining event, or seek a neutral space for tough conversations. This shift feels like stepping into sunlight, your heart lighter. It invites healthier connections with people who honor your peace. Picture a day where your surroundings lift you up, not pull you down. That's the freedom that builds a longer, stronger life. Let's move to our final habit, holding this close. Peace is the foundation of health. Number 10, over-relying on alcohol or medication. As we age, our body becomes more sensitive to substances. What felt harmless in your 40s, a nightly glass of wine, a sleeping pill to drift off, might hit harder now. It's easy to lean on these, isn't it? A drink to unwind, a pill to quiet pain or worry. For many older adults, this habit grows from routine or from seeking comfort in moments of loss or change. But over-reliance, even in small doses, can quietly shift your health. Alcohol disrupts sleep, clouds mood, and strains your liver, while overusing medications dulls reflexes and memory. Studies show that in older adults, these habits raise risks for falls, cognitive decline, and even dependency. Healthy longevity isn't about swearing off these entirely, it's about mindfulness. Try replacing one nightly drink with a soothing ritual, a warm bath, soft music, or a chat with a loved one. Work with your doctor to review medications, exploring non-drug options like stretching for pain or meditation for sleep. It feels like reclaiming clarity, like waking to a sharper version of yourself. Socially, it opens space for richer moments, laughter that's clear, conversations that linger. Imagine a night where you feel calm without a crutch, your body and mind at ease. That's the gift of choosing balance, a path to a longer, more vibrant life. Longevity isn't always about adding more. Sometimes it's about doing less worrying, less rushing, less carrying what was never yours. These 10 habits, small, ordinary choices we make each day, are like threads in the fabric of your life. Pull one gently, and the whole pattern shifts, letting in more light, more strength, more joy. Which of these feels closest to your heart? Which one could you begin to release, even in a small way? You don't need to change everything today. Start with one moment. A pause before you worry, a step away from your chair, a meal savored slowly. Notice how it feels, how it ripples into your day, your mood, your connections. These aren't just habits to break, they're invitations to live more fully, to honor the body and spirit that have carried you this far. Longevity isn't about perfection, it's about awareness, about choosing peace over strain, love over burden. And in those choices, you're not just adding years, you're filling them with meaning. Thank you for sharing this time with me, for sitting in this quiet space of reflection. If these ideas sparked something in you, please leave a comment below with one habit you're committing to improve this week. Maybe it's moving more or letting go of a worry. Your words are like lanterns, lighting the path for others in this community. And if this video moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your support keeps Elder Soul Journal a warm, welcoming place for growing older with grace. Here's to a life that shines, steady and strong. See you in the next video.